What is good, people? This is your boy RTL Faith, and we are back for another tournament bracket video talking about the best anime fights, period. We're probably going to make this a two-parter because there's are a lot of anime fights out there. So let's start off by introducing our guest for today's tournament. Starting off from the very top, go ahead, Ally.
Yo, so I'm Ali. I like anime, and I do video editing and stuff. I'm just like, what's up?
Oh, there you go. And then another returner, of course, our boy Cash, go ahead.
What that boy say, the money way, bitch, I'm here, it's cash money, yes sir, follow me on IG.
What kind of intro is that?
Yes sir.
Alright, and another returner in Light, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Light. I'm happy to be back for the third time, I'm pretty sure, and I'm just ready.
Alright, and a newcomer for these tournament bracket videos, my boy here, Rax, go ahead.
Hello, I also make YouTube videos.
He does
That's all I
indeed.
got.
Alright,
God.
so let's start off with the first matchup here. We got Netero versus Meruem versus Mob versus, is it Tochiro? Is that how I say it? Tochiro, the boss from Mob Psycho. So, anybody got anything to say about these two
Okay.
matchups right here?
I
my.
gotta say, I gotta watch Mob still.
Okay,
Aw,
I gotta
slack
watch
it.
But I'm all the way caught up. Let me ask you a question. That's that dude who was damn near looked blind, right?
Yeah,
No,
the last
no.
fight, right?
That was the last fight. It was
No.
Mob versus the boss.
Oh my goodness, that was a top tier fight. Oh my goodness.
Dude, the animation was like
Yeah.
clean too, dude. It was like legit, like hella good. Like the way it was flying and stuff, that was awesome.
Yeah, the animation was crazy. I'm glad it won.
Dude,
Yeah,
that wasn't.
it
This is like
deserved
pretty
it.
old. It's pretty old too. So like, 2020, like animations are really good because it's like new softwares and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then, like, it was like Code Geass level animation because, like, they were very limited. So at that time, like, the
Yep.
animation, that was really good, really good.
And let me get this straight. You did say Netero versus Meru?
Yeah, Netero versus Meruem. And I'll be honest here, like, although I think both fights are very good, I really enjoy the symbolism behind Netero versus Meruem and what that fight meant.
Oh yeah, there
feel
was
that.
definitely symbolism issue. Like, there's like a difference. There's like an action scene and there's like a fight scene. Like, an action scene is just a flex. The fight scenes are like, there's a reason for the fight, like emotional wise or like reason wise. That's
Yeah, honestly, I love both fights, but in a whole overall, the better written and all that shit, I got to go to Miriam versus Netero.
Yeah. I might have to, like, follow that. Like, Mob and versus Tochiro, there was a lot of parallels between the two characters, which made the
Mhm.
fight very good, in the sense that both
Mhm.
of them were, like, different type of beings, being, like, supreme psychics in their world, and how they went about life is very different. But the human versus monster symbolism between Meruem and Netero just puts it on a different scale. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna be voting for Meruem versus Netero here as well.
That's same with me, man. Same with me.
I'll go with the
love
same.
how-
Actually, I'll go with
oh,
the
my
same. Really.
All
I
right.
will also pick the same.
We
Oh.
damn near already got our win.
Damn, that was bad.
Straight.
Well,
No argument needed.
Yeah, no argument needed.
No argument needed. No argument.
Next round.
All right. All right. Next matchup. Let's see. I feel like this is a little bit more interesting. See where people lean into towards this one. We got Nezuko and Tanjiro versus Rui
Lord.
versus Gara and Lee.
oh my.
Oh man.
Alright.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I already
Rex,
got my answer.
Rack, you said, "Oh my." Would you like to
Well,
elaborate?
first off, what I think is funny is that these are just the two overly hyped fights. You have the old one versus the most recent one.
Yep.
But here's the thing that I want to say is, even though they're annoying to see on like Twitter and stuff because people just keep circle jerking them, I can watch the Rock Lee and Gar fight any day and still have so much fun.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
totally.
It,
that was
it just looks so
fire.
great, and this is like 2005 4 animation.
Yeah,
Still
that
looking super
too.
solid.
Yeah.
Rock Lee is just an absolutely great character, and I like Tanjiro, but I don't like him more than Rock Lee.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, if
Oh,
you read
it's
the
just
manga, there's like a difference. It's like
I know they do a lot of extra stuff in the animation, but I mean like that. I mean the fight was more of like a very nice song, but like it was just him rushing, like he just rushed at him. The Rock Lee fight has so many good choreographies.
Yeah, it does.
So much emotion behind it, and finding out like his ninja way and his backstory, and all the stuff he was going to sacrifice just to win, just not even like selfishly, just to prove himself. That was great.
No, I'm trying to jerk off Tanjiro, but like I just like the Lee versus Gaara fight is like way better. Like he goes like Super Saiyan mode, and like Tanjiro just lights his sword on fire, and that like that's it. Like Lee just goes, yeah, the fact like the 8 inner gates and stuff. Like he did like to like 4 or 5. Wait, he went to the 5th gate, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, the first 4 were like the first 4 was like it's fairly safe. Then after that is like when like it's life threatening, like you could die.
Yep.
His like outspeed, his sand, and like all his sick techniques. Oh, that's fantastic.
And
even though it's again it's one of those overhyped moments, I still get chills when I see the weight drops.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like when the beat drops.
When the beat drops.
I mean, to be fair to Tanjiro, like he was fighting a Lower Moon 5, which like is actually a pretty like decent ranking if you're talking about like literally all of the demons in the like Demon Slayer world. I think that's like a fairly good opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gaara, he's like I wouldn't say Kage level, but like he's really strong. He's really strong. So like they're both fighting like equally like really powerful opponents, but like, aren't God level kind of powerful opponents. Like they're both strong, but not like too strong.
Yeah.
I mean Tanjiro, like both of them were like big reveals. Like we didn't know Tanjiro had the like the Dance of the Fire God style, and we didn't know Lee could just drop his belts and go Super Saiyan on him. So
both crazy
so we had like cool reviews.
And one part I forever love is when he was doing it, he was just looking at Neji, knowing Neji was just like shitting his pants. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, that was great. I loved Neji, but it was so nice to see.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Like, I'm coming for you next, bitch.
He was thinking that the whole fight. He was like, I'm here next. When he was watching the fight, I don't know if you saw it, but like he was actually using the Byakugan to keep up. Like, if you know, like. You gotta open Byakugan to like
shit
watch
get serious. Like, that's how you know that shit get real.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything else to say. Like, I like Tanjiro, I like Demon Slayer. I try to defend it because a lot of people hate it all of a sudden. But Rock Lee,
do it for its clout.
Yeah,
I really want to defend the Demon Slayer, but like I cannot. Like, they're good, but I think part of it's animation wise.
Yeah. Even then, the Rock Lee and Gaara fight was still like very well done. So
it's emotional too.
Heavily.
So
that shit hit me different. The emotion was crazy on that little scene.
You know how Gaara has like the stand armor, right? Like, I remember when it cracked, he made this like really creepy face. So like when he puts his stand armor back on, he goes back to that like edgy face, right? But I feel like at the end of the fight, he's like panting super hard, blood dripping through his head. Like, there's no way he came back like just so calm. That was the sand armor that makes him look calm. That dude's dying inside, and this dude's dying.
Let's get the results.
Like, no paramedics are on him. I was like, what the hell?
All right. So I think it's pretty cutthroat. I vote for Gaara Lee. Anybody else vote Gaara Lee?
I would not check Gaara Lee.
All right, another sweep. Oh my goodness. So
I want to jerk off Tanjiro. Like, I can't though. Like, you know.
All right.
An unfair one.
Next,
that wasn't a fair one.
I did this all random, so I did not pick these matchups. But next fight we have here: Father versus everyone in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood versus Gohan versus Cell.
Yeah, I don't think we even need to talk about this.
Yeah.
We already know Cell versus Cell versus Gohan
was the last time when. Well, actually, no. Ultimate Gohan's pretty hype. That was the last real good hype for Gohan before he
Gohan
became a damn nerd.
Yeah.
He got old.
I mean, Super, he had moments.
Plus, he's the
Super,
only
he
one.
had only a
He's
kid,
also-
basically.
He's also the
Oh,
only one
okay.
who has like a good Super Saiyan 2. Everyone else is just like, yeah, I have it, and I don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
Super
for
Saiyan
sure.
2 was too clean. So yeah, we all say Gohan versus Cell.
Yeah, I could see that.
Probably.
Yeah, it seems like what you two, Rex.
Yeah.
All right, so Gohan versus Cell, no argument, no
Oh my
debate.
God.
We'll move on.
RTL, what did you do with the fights? It's like you just randomized the fights.
Hey, it just makes the second round much better. But this one, I'm interested to see what you got because I got a fairy tale guy here. So we got
Worried.
Natsu and Gray versus Mardgear versus Levi versus the Beast Titan.
Ready for this one. I know where people are gonna go, but I'm ready for this one.
All right,
Okay,
Rap.
I sound dumb saying this. But can you like repeat like the second one? It was like
Levi-
Natsu versus Gray and like
Levi
the
versus the
Beast
Beat Titan. Versus the Beast
Levi
Titan.
versus Beast Titan. Yeah. Was that just Levi versus
I'm
Beast
going-
Titan?
I'm going Mark Gearin fight, absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Only why.
I mean, what was really good about Levi versus Beast Titan is like he got
that
destroyed.
Levi versus Beast Titan was too hype. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like everyone was just jerking off Beast Titan. They're like, dude, he's so strong, right? Levi just comes and destroys him, like absolute demolished him. Like, by the time he realized his eyes were like destroyed, Levi got to his legs. He's like, I got blinded. Then he just falls down. He just didn't even realize until he freaking cut his legs. It was that fast. I love how he tries to cover his neck, but Levi just like does a spinning thing, like just gets rid of all of it. He doesn't cut it in half. He just like destroys all of his hand. Just like the whole thing's just gone.
Fair enough. Since Rax, you're the fairy tale guy, I want you to get the opportunity to
Yeah.
defend your anime here. Go ahead.
Here's for one. I want to start. I do like Zeke. I do like Levi, but I saw that fight. I mean, it was. I don't even know if I call it a fight. It was pretty one-sided. It was just poor Zeke getting the first of many ass kickings by Levi, but it was a cool moment. I still think it was hype, but it wasn't much of a fight. The Mardgear to me is still like the perfect example of a one arc villain. Great design, really cool powers. He's got some interesting abilities and sets, not just his standard moveset. He had a really good introduction where he just hijacked their fucking their whole telepathic link, knocked out their communicator guy, and then just like, yeah, never mind. You guys didn't need to know. You need to know who I am because you're fucked. And then he just fought people for like 30 straight chapters. The whole hype up of him, like how he even though you had like the celestial spirit king coming in pissed off, he tore through an island just in its entryway. Mardgear wasn't even fighting him seriously. You see him put down his book. He starts to really, really get aggressive. And the way that he was still actually had some pretty decent like development in a one arc for a villain who's pretty strong in his own mindset. But the way that it was built in originally, main character, you have this outside character fighting, a hyped character, and then you brought in two characters specifically for teamwork weren't doing it. You brought the main character in. They only just managed to get him mad. And then you finally got something that surprised me didn't happen way early in the series. You had Natsu and Gray team up, which you have short moments, but no real big fights. And you finally see the main character and his rival-esque character kind of finally unite together. And like even Natsu getting his power up, getting like a big rage mode, getting a Dragon Force for the first time naturally, still didn't manage to beat him. And it was actually the rival who ended up doing it. I thought was fantastic. It gave both of them a really good setup, but also their own moment to shine, while still keeping this character like really, really intimidating. Like when you have something like Dragon Force, like throughout the series, just maul motherfuckers, especially from Natsu. He finally gets his own natural and highest form we've seen, and Mardgear's just damaged, but mostly shrugs it off. And the one who actually steals the victory is the rival, which I thought was just a surprise, but really, really nice to see their teamwork. And it wasn't down to the main character wanting any form of glory. It was defeat this guy at all costs. The one character who had something specifically designed to fight him, he knew that. and ended up taking that instead to fight him. Which again, I love the fight. I love the synergy. I love the fact that it was a constant just Margear having more presence than the entirety of the rest of his guilds and everything that built up to it. And even after it, he still would get name dropped, which I just love the character. Let's slight bias because I love the character, but all the stuff that went into it, all the different character moments that really kind of like tied around him, the real big build up for Margear is just. It was so satisfying, even though it's to see him lose. It was such a good out for him. So
Oh, yeah.
It was a little lengthy because I do really like that.
Oh yeah, when you got like a villain,
Talk
you
longer,
like
but I don't want to like have this a 5-minute piece of me just talking about this one.
yeah, leave that to your own video, dude.
Oh,
No, I'm
bro.
just kidding.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
Light, you got anything to say about this matchup?
I'm not a big fan of Fairy Tail. I love Levi versus Beast Titan. I thought the way that the Beast Titan was literally like everyone was like panicking and stuff, and then Levi comes in after taking down like a huge like guard of Titans defending him. And I also thought it was cool that they included the part where like Reiner and Bertolt talked to Zeke, the Beast Titan.
Oh yeah, even those guys are scared about
yeah.
Levi. They're like, yo, dude, I don't even think you can take him.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this for me personally. Like, Attack on Titan is one of my favorite series. I mean, I feel like a lot of people know that. But my thing is, like, the first fight with Levi versus the Beast Titan, I feel like wasn't that impactful, especially compared to the second fight, and compared.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
And I think the build up to that interaction was more interesting with Erwin and like Aaron and everybody. Like, all that was like build up I felt like was interesting, and then the Levi versus Beast Titan thing kind of ended in like a second for the most part. So Natsu and Gray versus Margear, I just like that more. And Gray is one of my favorite characters in Fairy Tail, and I feel like the combination of how they fought and the stakes in that fight was a little bit higher. So I'm actually going to vote for Natsu and Gray versus Margear here as well.
I mean, honestly, I didn't really see the Fairy Tail fight, but from what I've heard, I still stand my ground and say like Levi versus Beast Titan was better, because like even the Armor Titan like Reiner was like, yo, this guy's dangerous. Like this dude's covered in armor and he's still like afraid of Levi. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. So it's less like it's just this really powerful Titan, right? And then just destroys him. Like you could argue, yeah, it wasn't a fight. It was like like a kill, but like. Still, like the big reveal that Levi could do it at all was kind of just like, holy crap! When the entire like army trusts you, like this one dude, you know you're doing something right. If like the entire survey corps is like, okay, well all of us will die for you, but just to make sure you kill him. Like, if all of them trust this one dude to kill this like one beast titan, like you know you're doing something right here.
Fair enough. All right, let's go.
You can't lie. The damn emotion.
That animation was sick. Yeah,
the
I thought
animation and the emotion.
Yeah, I thought the manga animation was crazy, but no, man, dude. When they animated it, it was just like fire.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
All right, let's go right into the votes here. Cash, who you voting for?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna vote wrong, so let me get the deciding vote.
All right, so I vote for Natsu and Gray versus Margear. Rax, who you vote for?
Oh man, I'm not so great versus Margear.
All right, what about you, Light?
I'm gonna vote for Levi Beast Titan.
All right, go ahead, Ally.
I would say Levi versus Beast Titan.
All right.
One more thing I want to say, like, with how fast Levi goes, you'd think his 3D move here would like blow up. Like, is it just me or does it feel like it would blow up?
Oh yeah, Levi is
like-
the way he moves through the air is very interesting for sure. All right, so let's go into the final vote. Go ahead, Cash.
Yeah, you finna say. I'm finna go ahead and go with my boy Levi and Beast Titan.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, our first close matchup in the first round. We tried
Blame the anime. It's a bad anime
Yeah, blame the anime for that.
for a lot of things.
Blame the anime. All right. So the next matchup is between two shonen that are very popular. We got Vetso versus the Black Bulls, basically, and Luffy versus Katakuri.
Okay, I thought you were going with a different one. That One Piece one. It's gonna be torn a little bit.
Or
They're gonna
what?
be pulling out Lucci.
Actually, hold up.
That fight is a little bit more.
Cash. You said you never watched. You haven't got to the Katakuri bit, right?
Yeah,
All right.
I put that
So,
foot down.
all right. So, Allie, have you gotten to the Katakuri bit?
Honestly, no, I have not.
All right, we're switching it. It's Vetsu versus everyone versus Luffy versus Rob Lucci. Pretend this is Rob Lucci, people.
Oh man, if we're gonna do that, then I'm going hands down Luffy versus Rob Lucci, like hands down. I'm sorry, I love the Black Clover fight. You know what I'm saying? It was high tier. You know what I'm saying? But the Luffy versus Rob Lucci fight was just top weight, like God tier. I mean, like heaven tier.
Heaven tier. That's a new one. That's a new one right there.
I've never heard anyone say that.
I just made that word up, really.
No, well, technically, you didn't make the words up. You just the phrase.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Vetso versus the Black Bulls. I feel like what really stood out is the crazy teamwork between Asta, Vanessa, and Finral. Like, Vanessa and Finral, we didn't really see much of them before that fight. And we saw a lot of Asta. But then Finral actually standing his ground. And Vanessa, we actually get to see what she's able to do. And the fact that Vetso, who's, like, built up to be as strong as a captain, as strong as Yami. We got these three Black Bull members against this beast who just demolished Luck and Magna just a couple seconds ago. And it was a crazy fight. Like, Asa could have died any second, but the way they just pulled that off, and then how it ended with Yami, I felt like I felt like all of it was perfect.
It was like the biggest kill steal ever.
Dimension Slash was crazy.
I mean, they couldn't do anything about it because Vetso would have destroyed everything if
Yeah, but it's like the biggest like flex slash like like just stealing the kill.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying, like the Raw Lucy and Luffy fight, like that shit had meaning, but it had to save people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm gonna say for the people who ain't watching. That shit had meaning, but saying like, man, that shit hit different.
All right. You got anything to say, Light, at all?
No, I think I'm fine.
All right.
I can't make a vote since I don't really know much about it.
I got mine.
All right. What you got, Brax?
I do like the Rob Lucci fight. I will admit, I think it's really fun. And it was a pretty hype time for Luffy. I don't personally care a whole lot for Bound Man. I do like Snake Man, but I don't know. I was a little bit nostalgic.
No spoiler. Oh, my
I won't spoil what they do. Just exist. But I'm gonna go with the Black Bulls versus Vito, and the reason that is one, practically every single character out of the main cast got a huge spotlight moment, which I love. You got no part for her, and she got her Sea Dragon role, which is fantastic. You have like a big hype moment, which I think everybody is really happy. She's a very enjoyed character. You have Luck and Magna having their rivalry really emphasized, which is fantastic. Because the fact that Magna, who's not really a hyped character, was able to get a moment like that was very surprising. Like Luck is he's already hyped up, but Magna is kind of like very viewed as weak. The whole shift with like the team fight mechanics, and them fighting against Vito, Finral, Vanessa being involved, but also the fact that before that I didn't really care for Finral, and then Finral since then has just become one of my favorite Black Clover characters by a lot.
Oh wow, that's surprising.
I mean, a lot of people like
Finral
Finral now, to be honest. So
yeah, before that I was just like, oh, he's like Brock from Pokemon. He's funny, I don't hate him, but I don't really like him too much. But since then, he's just been great. And then Vanessa was fun. I didn't get super hyped about Vanessa that was the next start. But with Offset, like all the demon stuff was really cool. Getting that all really foreshadowed, getting a lot of the flex of all the spare stuff. Then beating him through Asta being a big role in that, like with his Demon Dweller sword, like absorbing a lot of the magic that made up his reinforcement body was really smart. And then, obviously like the whole demon moment. And then even after that, just having Yami participate without it being like he played a big role, but he didn't steal like the whole show. It wasn't just Yami versus a captain. It was Yami comes in and, he ends up saving the day in the end, but he didn't, he wasn't the big spotlight of the fight. When you think about the fight, you think about everybody involved, not just Yami. He's just the end piece, and obviously Dimension Slash is super hype, but the massive emphasis on like every single character being important in that, every single character having a role in that, and it not just being the main character, but still maintaining hype for him was just absolutely fantastic. It was a lot of fun. But also the foreshadowing stuff with like the demonic words for Vito, and some of the aspects of his magic too. And really starting up the stuff with like the elves and their grudge and their hate for humans and everything that kind of built up for the Elf Resurrection arc. I have to go with that just from the full level of it. Like Rob Lucci versus Luffy was really big for Luffy, and I do really like it, but there were multiple characters that really just benefited from the Black Bulls fight, and that's why I would pick that one.
I'm gonna try and keep it short because I don't want to run out of time.
You're good, bro. Very much so.
When Yami like announced like surpass your limit, like when everyone's like at their breaking point, like they just feel like giving up, and when Yami has that announcement, it's so nice seeing them like trying their absolute, like Finral never like really try to do anything because he always just like he's in the shadow of his brother. Watching him, like, he was just great. But that's all.
Yeah, I agree. And when it comes down to it, and even the Yami petting everybody on the head and everybody was so surprised, was like just a lot of great moments in that fight. Plus the choreography was amazing. So let's go right into the votes here. Let's start off with Ally. Who you vote for?
Can I say neutral? Because I don't really like. I only seen the fight with Mito and like the Black Bull, so I can't really say for the other one.
All right. So if we have a tiebreaker, you still have to vote. So Cash, who you vote for?
Okay, so we talking about Rob Lucci versus the Black Bulls, right?
Yeah, Rob Lucci versus the Black Bulls fight. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Rob Lucci now.
Rob Lucci versus Luffy. Gotcha. All right, Light, who you vote for?
It's been a while. Watch One Piece. I took a long break, so I think I have to vote Black Bulls. I don't really remember it.
Veto fight. We got 1 for 1. Rax, who you vote for?
Oh, I'm going the Veto fight.
Veto fight. I vote for the Veto fight as well. So that means Veto.
Damn, I'm the only one who fuck with One Piece. Damn.
Yo, I mess with One Piece, but that fight was just so well done.
I'm honestly, if you asked me, I would have said Black Bulls versus Veto. I just would have said anyways. I would just BS it. I would just would have said it was Veto.
Yeah.
Veto versus Black Bulls.
All right. So our next matchup is from two huge rivalries that are both very serious and very humorous at the same time. We got Spike versus Vicious in Cowboy Bebop versus Jotaro versus Dio in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Versus Dio. Oh my goodness, no comparison in my opinion.
Oh, so you're going straight for Jotaro versus Dio right from the top?
Great for it, and I don't even gotta explain.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with them on that too. You were saying the rivalries, and I got hyped. The one that I talked to you before about, I got my hype.
Yeah, mainly when it comes to rivalry, I think that's what I go for.
Oh, 3 people already straight to Jotaro versus Dio?
So it's already over.
Yeah,
it's already over. All right, fair enough. The memes. That's all. All right.
Yeah, the memes too.
The memes
too. All the JoJo references, everything. It's awesome.
Okay, so now we got 2 fights that I think they're pretty iconic, especially in this newer age of anime. We got Escanor versus Estarossa from Seven Deadly Sins versus All Might versus All for One in My
Oh
Hero
my.
Academia.
Oh man, yeah, matchup. Damn.
I'm voting Escanor versus Estarossa, hands down, no
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I
Fine,
feel
this
that. I feel that.
kind of.
I feel that. I'm gonna tell you the
I'm
truth.
I
gonna
don't
as well.
know.
I'm gonna tell you the
Two.
truth.
Oh,
I feel that.
Yeah,
But
honestly,
you know,
I would just go for I'd go for All Might.
Oh, we got. Oh yeah, Allie is a
What
huge
the-
My Hero Academia fan. By the way.
Oh yeah, I would say it's really good since Escanor versus Estarossa, like Escanor just destroyed him. Like that was fire, dude. Like he wasn't even trying. But then you got like All Might. That's his like All Might versus All for One. Like that's his, like his retirement. Like the final, his last fight.
Retirement, like that's a final.
Yeah,
fight.
that
You
was his
can't
last
even
fight, man.
knock it, bro. Like,
Yeah, this guy even said like United States Smash. Like he just didn't even use it. He just did like the whole thing.
I'm gonna tell you that, like that shit hit way more different than that Cruel Sun. I'm gonna just say that now.
I'm
It's
so
What?
serious.
Escanor,
Yes, he did.
Escanor walked up to my dude. He was like,
And said,
"Why would
"Who
I?
decided this?"
Why would I hate you? I only feel pity for you, bro." Escanor is on another level.
I'm saying, I like
when
Escanor
Escanor-
more than All Might now.
Escanor has too many hype lines. Do you remember when he
What?
told that dude to apologize for being born into his world without his permission?
But remember, like, he gotta.
Oh my god.
But look, you know he got to carry himself that way. Remember, he's a center of pride. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to carry himself a certain way. You know
I
what
love-
I'm saying? Like,
I love how he destroyed the commandment because he's just like, whatever, man. I just pity you. They just walked up. Everyone's like, I can't even fight this dude. The Escanor was just like, yo, I got this.
No, literally, Estarossa damaged him. And he was like, "Oh, that makes sense. Only my attacks would damage me." I was like, Escanor.
I feel that.
That is true.
Oh,
I love it, like-
the Escanor fight was way more hype. That is true. That is understandable. But you know what I'm saying? The All Might versus All for One, like you cannot knock that.
This is
Dude, I'm not joking.
This is a hard one because it's
I
a very,
legit cried.
one's a very action-based fight, while the other is a very emotional-based fight.
Fair
Yeah,
enough,
and I
fair
felt
enough.
that emotion.
Oh,
I felt that emotion way more.
I mean, I'll say this
What-
one more thing. I'll say this. I felt very emotional when Escanor was all bleeding. Then he got his sun darkened. And he was like, "What did he say? What did he say?"
Who
He's-
will decide this?
He was
I'm gonna
like-
decide this, something like that. I know what you're talking about.
And then once he just started spouting that, like sentence after sentence, who decided that? I was like, "Oh my goodness, bye bye, Estarossa, you done here. This is done. Game over."
That moment was the most hype moment of 2019
Yeah.
to me.
Like,
I
you know,
understand that.
the All Might versus One for All, that like when Bakio and Deku was like cheering them on, no joke, I cried a little bit. Like I just teared up a little bit.
Not even a little bit. I
No,
cried
for reals,
a whole
I actually-
lot.
I teared up. Like tears were actually dropping, dude.
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was bawling.
You guys actually don't know this, but in a lot of people miss this, but in like since I'm a AMV like editor and like edit things in general, I analyze videos a lot. The Deku versus Bakio, like there are two moments when you know how like I don't know how to describe, like I remember All Might did this little like bottom uppercut, like Bakio does the same move, literally the same move in Bakio versus Deku, and when All Might did the whole like United States Smash thing, Deku does the same move in Bakio versus Deku. Like they're legit mimicking his moves. Like people don't notice that unless you analyze the videos. Since because like I'm an editor and like I know a lot of editors too, because like they analyze like everything in a video, so like they caught that, like they were using the same moves All Might did in this fight. So I thought that was really
I
impactful
feel
too.
that. I do feel that. I
You know-
definitely feel that.
You know Naruto, how like they use some of the same moves, like I remember like Naruto and Sasuke versus
Yeah.
remember like Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoichi, like they were using like the same moves, and freaking like Madara, Obito, and Sasuke legit used the same move. You know the one where like it's like 3-on-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly thought you were talking about when Sasuke copied the whole hidden lotus, but what was that? The lion's bro. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Nah, man, dude, Sasuke, Madara, and Obito did like this exact same move. That was like
Yeah.
super fire, and think that they mimicked the whole thing in this fight. That was super cool. I love like the end too, when he just stands up, like his last stand. He just like raises his fists and turns all buff again. And Grand Tornado is just like, you know what, whatever, just let him do his thing. Everyone's just
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That fight was emotional as fuck.
Dude,
I-
they didn't even they
So
didn't even care. They didn't even care that he was a skeleton. He was like, you know, this guy's so badass. I don't even care how he looks like, man. This guy's, as long as he's All Might, I love his ass. Everyone still loves him, even when he was like back to a skeleton.
all right, so
I
it
love
seems
it.
like it's very split. It seems like me and Rax are going for this Escanor fight,
Oh, that's
and it seems Ally and Cash are going for the All Might fight. So
I get too nostalgic when I remember when Escanor actually got treated well.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna ask here. I love the Escanor fight too, but like it's just, I like the impactfulness of you know, like My Academia fight. Like, but you know, it was like a big reveal of Escanor too. Like, yeah, he fought the Two Commandments, but then he fights this like really hyped up guy, and he just like destroys him. He's like, "Who said you could take out my son?" And he just destroys him with the sun.
all right,
Like-
so hey, Light, can you still hear us, Light? Because you gotta be the deciding vote here, because it seems like it's gonna be a 2-2 split. All right, so
Yeah,
Yeah, he can hear
He
us,
said-
but he on mute.
all right, Light, who do
You
you vote
take
for?
yours.
Who you gotta break this tie. Pick the right
He
one.
typing. He typing.
Ask
typing.
him.
This
Escanor.
time-
There we go. Escanor versus
Oh
Estarossa.
Oh no!
Let's get it.
They lost to a fight where I cried, and what the hell?
God, I cried so hard.
Yeah,
All right. I am so
What?
glad Escanor and
Dude,
Estarossa
Deku-
got past the
Dude,
first
Deku
round.
Bakugo did the same move. Like, that is so epic, dude.
All right, so let's move on to our last match of the first round. We got Gintoki versus Takasugi from Gintama versus Ichigo versus Ikiora from Bleach.
Yeah, I'm finna use the bathroom, and I'm already getting my vote here.
I
Ichigo versus
don't
Ichigo,
know.
'cause I haven't watched Gintama. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
didn't,
not
yeah,
gonna
I didn't
say-
watch I didn't watch all of Gintama. Like, I seen
All right, it seems pretty definitive that we got two people voting for Ichigo versus Ukiura. Ally hasn't watched Gintama, so Ichigo versus Ukiura has moved on past the first round. That's a shame because the Gintoki versus Takasugi fight's fire. But that's fine. That's fine.
All I gotta do is watch the show, then I'll give me a better vote.
I could like
but
already
yeah.
feel the rage comments being like, "Yo, half these dudes didn't even know the anime."
All right, so let's go into the second round here. A lot more interesting matchups, and it's not going to be as cutthroat, I'm sure. We still got Meruem versus Netero versus Rock Lee versus Gaara.
Okay, I'm finna get my vote so I can hurry up in the bathroom. I got
Wait,
Rocky
can you
versus
repeat those
Gar.
names? What the
Netero versus Meruem and Rock Lee versus Gaara.
I hope y'all heard me. Rocky versus Gar. Cash's vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rock Lee versus you cannot debate that.
Oh, I can debate that. I still vote for Netero versus Meruem. What you mean? The symbolism behind that fight is top tier. Even the fight itself was top tier, with Netero literally doing every he can against this god being, like this being that so much stronger than everybody else in the series who was ridiculous. And Netero putting up somewhat of a fight and actually damaging Meruem, even though he wasn't like trying his hardest to kill Netero. And then the fact that Netero was becoming ruthless and the Meruem is trying to be civil. And then the ending with how Netero finished the fight. Oh, like that, all of it from top to bottom. Like Rock Lee versus Gaara, I love. But I feel like Netero and Meruem just hit different, in my opinion. So we got, I vote for Netero versus Meruem. We got one for Netero versus Meruem and one for Rock Lee versus Gaara. Ally and Rax, what you gotta say?
I would
I'm
say
gonna go Rock Lee.
Rock Lee and versus Gaara.
Oh, we got
I'm,
straight to. All right.
I'm actually kind of hoping it wins in the end.
Dude, it was already fire when Rock Lee dropped his weights. That was when it was like I'm not gonna say it. Like when he dropped the weights, that's when it was hands down like one of the best fights.
Yeah. It seems like Rock Lee versus Garo just beat Natural versus Mero hands down. All right.
His weights blew up, dude.
I remember the fight vividly. I do. All right. So let's move on to our next fight for the second round. We got Gohan versus Cell and Levi versus the Beast Titan.
Hey, this is the hardest one since we started. Oh my goodness! But I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm back. It's cash money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and go with Gohan versus Cell just because the emotion was unmatched between any fight I've ever seen. Damn near. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm back, but I'm
And
gonna have to go soon.
alright,
Okay.
cool, Kai. Just let us know. But let me talk. But Gohan. Goku. I mean Goku. He damn near died for Gohan to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's just unmatched. Goku dying for a win. You know what I'm saying? And Goku is the GOAT. So that's all I gotta say.
I mean, both are really emotional too, cause like, I
That
don't know
is
really
true.
how to describe it. Yeah, it's just both were really emotional.
I mean,
Yeah,
even in the
because the
abridged
stakes-
version, of Gohan versus Cell, it was still emotional. So that's how you know a fight is emotional. If
It's
you
like
could,
they didn't want to parody it. They were like, it's so good.
Yeah, that's true. But the emotion was Beast Titan fight. And, I don't want to spoil for who didn't watch it, but yeah, the emotion was crazy on that fight, and
Just
But
both
I
were.
just got to go with Gohan versus Cell. That's all I
You
gotta
know,
say.
I already said this before, but like, if the entire like survey core trusts in like one guy, like that's when the emotion kicks in, man.
Yeah, that's why That's why it kicked in so hard. That
Yeah,
shit kicked,
like
so, you know what I'm saying?
everyone was like, okay, we die for this one dude.
I'm gonna go for Gohan versus Cell. So that's 2 for Gohan versus
Me
Cell.
too.
3
Yeah,
versus Gohan versus Cell.
I'm gonna give out Gohan versus Cell.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness!
that's 4-for-1.
I
So
think
let's go
Gohan
ahead next
versus
round.
Cell is undefeated right now. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's undefeated, and nobody has won.
I'm mildly disappointed, but at the same time slightly relieved you didn't put Yugi and Kaiba in here, because if it lost to anything, I'd have to be angry for like.
I might put that in the second tournament. Who knows?
No matter what fight it goes against, you don't have to pick which duel. I'm picking it. That's my vote right there. Any of the picks, that's my pick. It's auto default.
All right, fair enough.
Boy, you better
Okay.
hope Naruto and Sasuke ain't going against it.
Wait,
So,
That's Kaiba
did
and
Yugi and
Yugi
Kaido fight like multiple times?
all right, hold on. We're getting off topic. Let's get back to the second round of the third matchup. We got Veto versus the Black Bulls and Jotaro versus Dio.
Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and say Jotaro versus Dio. I love the Black Bull fight, but
I'm gonna
you know
go
what I'm saying.
I want to say
This-
like JoJo because like of the memes, but at the same time, like I feel like the other one's just more emotional.
Yeah, I'm going Black Bulls with this one as well.
Me too.
3-1. Don't have to talk about it no more. Like Jotaro versus
To be
versus
fair,
Dio, it
like,
has a lot of memes and it's like cool, but it's like it's just cool. Like
I'm gonna tell you,
I don't
it's
feel
not
anything.
just cool to me though. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but like we was talking about emotion, like the emotion was set on that fight. Like that had to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying.
the fact
Fair
that
enough,
Yondu was like proud of his members. That's when I was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
He gave it.
You can't forget, everybody had to see that fight. That's all
I
I'm
forgot.
saying.
I forgot, like,
Alright.
2 of them were unconscious though, and then they just didn't get the chance to hear him say, like, good job.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, Luck and,
Magna.
who was it? Yeah, Magna.
Yep. Alright. This matchup is gonna be interesting. These are 2 of my favorite fights in all of anime. They're definitely up there. So we got Escanor versus Estarossa and Ichigo versus Ukiura.
One Ichigo.
Oh my
100%.
god, I'm going Ichigo.
Whoa, hold up, people, hold up.
Hey,
I'm voting on
man,
Ichigo.
You
I
can't
love.
forget that that's the Lord, but you can't forget that. That's way more
I don't
impactful
forget
than
that,
me.
but
And Johnny and Bosch's scream was fantastic. And it's that when he grabs his Lanza is like one of the most tight moments.
Well, you can't forget with his bare hand.
Yeah, that you see it, and then it's I got bad aim. Let me do it again, and then he just grabs it bare hands.
Like,
That
come
those
on, man.
badass horns, that mask, the screams, the panel is fantastic.
And that whole move was faster than light speed, and both of them are planetary. That's all I got to say. That shit
I mean,
too
planetary
emotional.
is
Put that
like
on the side.
planetary is like an anime thing. Like like some anime, like their rule is not to like make it too overpowered. Like
But that's
some
cool.
anime do that. Some do it like on purpose. Like make sure they're at a planetary level. Like make sure that it can blow up planets. Others are like, let's make it like fairly toned down a bit.
All
think,
right. Let's not go into the power scaling thing because, like,
Oh,
I don't care for that. I like when it comes down to power scaling. The only time I like want to make a thing for that is if they're in the same universe. But
I feel that.
oh
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, this is tough because Ichigo Ikuura is like before, like especially old, like Big Three, like couple like years ago. This is like Gaara and Lee and Ichigo versus Ikuura are always in my tops. But like
I feel that.
Escanor versus Estarossa though, but like the
Yeah, that's
lot
top 3 New Gen fight.
Escanor-
New Gen fight.
When
It really
Ichigo's
is.
standing behind Orihime and the white background with just his mask, not even looking at her, and he's focused on the kill. It's too hype. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
that whole
is
fight
tough.
got me
I
a
have
little
to
more
pick
This is
it.
hyped.
tough. Allie, who you voting for?
I'm going for Escanor versus Starossa.
Okay, we got a one for
It
Light still here. Is because Light still hear us?
was just too good.
I'm pretty sure he can
How
still hear
dare
us.
you
He
try to
can
fight
pretty
me?
still hear us. Hold on, let me
Like
see.
All right. Uh, this is tough. This is tough. If you can hear us, you got to give us your vote.
I'm texting him. I'm texting him right now.
All right, Light. What do you got? Escanor and Estarossa, or Ichigo versus Ukiura? This is tough because, like, honestly, they're
He's
like
texting.
they're just
He's
such
trying
a
to think.
they're such a badass fight for both of them. I'm probably
I
good.
mean,
I love Escanor so much as a character. He's one of my favorite. So I'm probably gonna go for Escanor versus Estarossa, and then whatever Light picks is gonna decide it.
Okay, he said Escanor versus Estarossa.
Oh, Escanor versus Estarossa has moved on.
SMH.
Oh my fucking goodness. OMFH. Oh,
you know what I love
OMFG,
about like
shit.
the fight with Escanor? Was like while walking to him before the fight, he just like decides to stand taller than him like before the fight, just like to taunt him. If you
I
actually
can feel
look at
that though. I
if you
can
look at
feel
the
that.
manga page, it looks like he can get even taller.
Actually, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna vote for
let's
Ichigo.
do it.
What?
I'm gonna vote for Ichigo versus. Like I'm thinking about it, and like I think there's like Escanor versus Estarossa was great, but there was more like I think like there's just more meaning. So I'm gonna go with the
Yeah, it's
meaning.
way more meaning.
I'm gonna go with the meaning for this one. Escanor has more confrontations that have more meaning later on. This is probably still his best fight.
And the
Yo.
reveal of the second level of resurrection.
Yeah, even that was
shit just made
interesting.
me so happy.
It's like both flexes. I loved both times you see his resurrection. The first one, his Ryatsu looks like it's raining. It's so dense. That was so cool.
So tough.
And then just like the shots, like with the moonlight in the background.
All right.
3-2, let's get it.
We're gonna switch it. Ichigo versus Ukiura is gonna move on instead of Escanor. I'm sorry, Escanor. I love you, but I'm gonna have to vote. This fight was just a little bit more meaningful, and the choreography was just better. So
Yeah, man.
I mean, Escanor versus Estarossa is kind of just
it's just him flexing, and his flexing is good enough to almost warrant him winning the entire thing. So
yeah, actually that's true. I almost want. I almost want this. Dude flexing.
all right, so we got our semifinals here today. We got Rock Lee versus Gaara and Gohan versus Cell.
Damn, I don't know who the fuck to choose, man.
I'm going Rock Lee.
My vote right there.
Oh, we got two for Rock Lee straight off the bat. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Gohan and Cell, but
I just feel like there's more emotion in Gara versus in Rock Lee.
I
I
like.
feel that, but
I feel like
honestly
the
feel like
Gara
there's
and
more
Lee.
emotion in.
I feel like Gohan.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like Gohan versus Cell is more emotional, but I feel like Gara and Lee is a better fight. So I'm voting for
I think both of
Gara.
them are emotional.
I'm voting for Gara versus Lee as well. So
Yeah, I'm I'm kind of salty that Gara lost. I mean, not Gara, no, I mean Lee lost. I'm kind of like salty that he lost, but at the same time, be like, you know what? This works. This works.
all right, so we got 3 votes for Gara versus Lee, so we're just gonna move on straight there.
Oh, do we really?
Yeah,
Damn.
Rax,
Yeah,
Ally,
that was
and I
easy.
voted for
Fuck it,
Gara
fuck it,
Lee.
let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, we got Beto versus the Black Bulls and Ichigo versus Ukiura.
Oh man. Oh, I don't even. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not even gonna give no explanation. It's just Ichigo versus Kuro for sure. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna vote for Ichigo versus Ukiura.
Me too.
Me too.
All right, we're going Ichigo. All right, so this is what I wanted right here. After thinking about it, having these 2 fights that were like, when it comes down to like early YouTube, every time people would make those top 10 anime fights, it would either be Ichigo versus Ukiura or Lee versus Gaara somewhere on the top. And I remember that from old YouTube like vividly. How I'd see everybody's top 10 fights, and these 2 would always be around the top for sure.
I mean, top 10. I would say like you need people with you like this to like argue. I feel like that's a better way to like actually decide the top 10 or whatever.
Yes, so let's decide. The finals, we got Rock Lee versus Gaara and Ichigo Kurosaki versus
Going with Ichigo before you even finish your sentence.
Hey, I'm not
Ukiura.
not gonna say that.
Oh, we got 1 vote for Ichigo versus Ukiura.
Light gonna be the
Tough.
deciding vote.
This is tough. Like I love these fights. I can watch these fights on repeat. Like that's how good they are.
Dude, I watched Gara versus Lee like so many times.
I
Man,
I'll
this
skip
is
back
so
20 drops the
hard,
week.
bro.
I watched
drop back 20.
like there's a lot of good Bleach fights. Like even like Ichigo versus Grimjail has nothing compared to this one in my opinion because it's like Ichigo versus Byakuya and Ichigo versus Ukiura were 2 of the fights I watch a lot for Bleach.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
Ichigo versus Ukiura and Rock Lee versus Gaara.
Man, this is the hardest fight I've ever had to decide between. Oh my god.
All right, Allie, what do you guys say? What do you guys say for this one?
I feel like I'm being a little biased, but like I feel like Lee versus Gara, but at the same time, I know the fight like with Ichigo is like really emotional. So I gotta go with you guys because it's like it's pretty emotional.
Oh,
I just like
I don't know.
Gaara.
I don't know who I'm voting for anyway. So only Rax voted, and he voted for Ichigo versus Ukiura.
Already picked.
Light, if he wants to talk about the Lee and Gaara fight, he better hurry up. We're in the finals. The votes are coming in. So, Allie, who'd you say you voted for?
I just go for I'd go for I want to go for Gara versus Lee, but I can't. It's just Ichigo fight was like more emotional, so I can't debate that. Both are good though.
Ooh, we got 2 for Ichigo versus Ukiura. Light better hurry up because
He said,
Cash-
I told him hurry.
cash is cashing to me.
Oh
Ooh.
my god. Hey, RTL, you go first.
I love the Ichigo versus Ukiura fight. And I love the Lee versus Gaara fight. He's right. Like Light is right. Lee was in versus Gaara was the epitome of hard work versus beats. Hard work can beat natural talent. Like that whole premise that was set up right from the beginning of Naruto, which didn't really go that way, considering Naruto is a prodigy in it himself. But Rock Lee versus Gaara, like the fact that he worked so hard to gain that strength, and Gaara being like bored and having the one tails implemented into him, That was great.
Wait, guys, how did Lee graduate from the academy? Don't you need to make a shadow clone to graduate?
Bro, I
Oh
don't. There,
damn, that's a good ass
I
question.
have no
Damn.
idea.
He was really fast and put on different outfits.
There you go. He said he moved so fast that they didn't even know if he was a clone or not. Hey, he just made like after images of himself.
Oh yeah, like I did like Saitama do like the same move just to make after images.
Hey,
And Genos
Wait,
was like, I was
Wait,
chasing
though.
after image.
so Light voted for Rock Lee versus Gara, and I'm gonna vote Rock Lee versus Gara just to make it interesting because I don't know who to vote for. So Cash, you are the deciding vote here.
Oh my god. Damn, I wish I wanted to decide this vote, but man.
We gotta make it interesting, shall we?
All right,
Rock
yes,
Lee.
sir. I love this intensity. Okay. Give me about 30 seconds. Just let me think. Just give me 30 seconds of silence. Let me
30.
get silent.
We are not gonna sit here in silence for 30 seconds. That's not happening.
We cannot do that,
Okay,
man.
for a few seconds. 10 seconds.
All right. 10,
9.
5, 3,
That
2.
boy just jumped. Okay, fuck
3,
it.
2, 1.
Okay, alright.
Well, I got, like, negative 10.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love the Rock Lee versus Garfield. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said, it's the epitome of talent versus hard work. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he's training in the hospital, dude.
It's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? But Ichigo literally died for this fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Ichigo versus Akira. I'm sorry.
Oh, we
I'm sorry.
have a winner.
Yes, we
Ichigo
do.
and versus Ukiura
Us.
is the best anime fight. Period. For part 1, at least.
These ones.
Yes,
Of these
sir.
ones.
You should do like a waifu video.
I already did a waifu video. What you mean?
Oh no! Oh yeah, you did.
Your favorite hentai video?
Hentai video. I think it's the
Your favorite ones?
Just saying that word makes this video. You gotta put like 18 plus.
Nah, they'll be fine. 15-year-olds can watch it too.
Chainsaw
Let's be real. We all watched porn when we were like 10. Let's be honest.
True.
Man.
All right.
Man.
So
Damn,
any
I had to do
any
that to
final
someone.
thoughts? Any final thoughts about the tournament of some of these
Should have
matchups?
recommended the Hades fight instead.
Hades fight.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Anime adaptation.
I haven't watched it, but
I think
Yeah.
Kakashi vs Obito would have been like a good fight versus Naruto versus Karma. Because like both had different ideals and just sort of like fighting like one-on-one hand-to-hand combat for that.
I
mean,
mean, I did a poll to see what is the best fight in Naruto, and obviously the obvious answer would be Gaara versus Lee, but Naruto and Sasuke or Naruto and Pain probably would be second. So
The animation of the Pain fight.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
Pain fight was-
animation is iconic. It is going down in history as an
Yeah,
iconic animated fight.
Kakashi vs Obito. That animation was the like fire, dude.
I know Kakashi and Obito was symbolic.
Actually, can I change mine to the
We got to the end of the video.
Escanor versus Meliodas fight?
Oh, that animation is iconic, and he's going
That
down
one, I
in
think
history.
it's-
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that animation was trash. Oh my goodness,
Bro, what do you mean? It was the best animation I've seen since Naruto versus
You laying in
Pain.
that bed?
You seen him like
It
that?
was. I think it was alright. I think it was alright. Like they got the message through with the animation. I think it was good.
They got the message through with the manga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
swear.
mean, manga came first.
Man, that 15-year-old who made that animation did a good job, bro.
Yo, he did way better than the studio on me.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. It made even like an approved version, so I'm like, damn. You know,
yeah, they
those like
tried to make it better for real.
you know those Ruby fights, like when this one dude just made it better. I'm just like, damn, okay.
Yeah, some people are very talented out there. But yeah, let's wrap this up here. So this has been the best anime fight part 1. We're doing a part dos. I don't know how much parts we're actually going to do. There's a lot of anime fights out there. I mean, let's be honest. There's tons and tons of
Yeah,
stuff.
it really is.
And lots of fights.
So,
Yeah, hold on.
let me know what you guys think about this new format, how we're doing this bracket thing. I just tried it on this different website to see what it would be. It was interesting. Instead of names, it's pictures. So let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, everybody's links will be in the description below, as always. So this has been your boy RTL Faith. I'll see you guys next time.
Wait, can I say something?
Go for it.
I'm like a video for hire, so like if you need me, just comment or something.
There you go. Comment down below, or we'll leave a link for you to contact him if he wants that as well. Anything else? Anybody got final remarks?
No, I'm straight.
All right, sounds good. So this has been your boy RTL Faith.
You know, I low-key want to argue Naruto versus Ichigo, but like at the same time, I'd be like, this just make the video too long.
Yeah.
You know the death battle. You know the death battle that made Naruto.
Oh, the Naruto versus Ichigo death battle. Who else saw that?
Yeah,
I saw it.
I'm already salty
I've
about the
seen
next one they're doing.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Wait, Rax, what'd you say?
Said I'm salty about their next death battle.
What's the next one?
It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus.
No, I think it's Leonardo.
Fucked over the Power Rangers in every single match they've put them in so bad. It's disgusting.
I think they're doing Leonardo versus Jason, right? Leonardo versus
Yeah,
Jason.
it was Jason.
I got really frustrated at their was the Voltron one when they thought Lightspeed was anything to the Power Rangers, which is absolutely not even remotely close.
I know there's a Power Rangers comic.
Hey guys,
Yeah, the comic made Power Rangers so powerful. There's not an anime that exists that could beat them now.
That's fair. I mean, considering what they really are, like they are very powerful beings. Considering what they are.
They made a guy who can just lift his hand and erase the multiverse now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, Death Battle is like known for causing controversy and like false information. It's like some of it is kind of vague. Like I remember Swag Kage and Seth Programmer made a Gaara versus Toph video, just like ranting about how Gaara would destroy Toph. Like they try to defend
that
Toph.
One was horrible because they
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't even use it.
Yeah. Dude.
Like, why even mention like adult Toph or the Shukaku and they're not even involved in the fight?
Dude,
It's
like
retarded.
old Toph could mud bend. Like I was there, like, wait, what? I was just mind blown. I'm like, what the hell is mud bending?
It was a horrible match.
Wait,
You
who
can
won?
tell the ones where they just look up shit on Wikipedia.
Probably.
Yeah. Who won versus Naruto versus Ichigo? I haven't watched that fight in a long time.
Naruto.
Naruto won.
Naruto?
Yeah, that was the big ass L. If they would have gave him adult Naruto versus Ichigo,
Plus,
it would've
yeah,
been a little bit more reasonable.
if they would have done like Ichigo in the manga too, like
Yeah, Ichigo would have stomped.
he would have stomped Naruto easy.
Yeah,
They don't read
easy.
manga.
Yeah, they don't read manga.
Hey,
Right,
I
they put
read
that
the
in
Demon
manga.
Slayer manga.
Oh, bro. All
It's a
right.
Ramen Bowl. He can beat Naruto. He already got defeated by one like 2 chapters ago.
All right. Let's wrap this up now. So,
I love how he wrapped it up once already, then we gotta do it again.
This is a power levels video now.
and obviously Goku's the strongest. So, this has been.
You wanna go, bro? You wanna go? You wanna
No, I don't. No, I do not.
Goku's not even that strong.
He's really not that strong. He's really not that strong. I'm all for Vegeta.
Solos.
It was like a joke.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been your boy RTL Faith. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.